it's interesting to see when people um, themselves are in difficulty, they want to speak, um, but then when it comes to other people facing difficulty, they don't want to speak about other people's difficulty or raise awareness, and they have such a big platform. And in terms of Nadiya Hussain, I think yesterday or the day before, but definitely this week, she made a post on Instagram saying she lost 1,000 followers when she spoke about releasing a new book, which is recipes for Ramadan. Um, and then she says stuff like, I'm paraphrasing, that um, it could be because 1,000 people who unfollowed might have biases that they do or don't know that they consciously or unconsciously have attached to her belief. And of course, the Ramadan book is attached to Islam and being a Muslim. Maybe they don't want to follow someone like that. But then she also says that whatever she has to do, she's had to work 10 times harder. It's been difficult and whatever else. We can see the difficulties the Palestinians are going through. And if I'm wrong, then I'm willing to be corrected. But as far as I looked and searched on videos, on social media, on the internet, I have not found anything from her on Palestine apart from one post. And this post was not on Palestine, it was on focusing on Eid, I believe. This time it was 2024, Eid al-Fitr, I believe. But it's definitely 2024. The poster was about Eid, and then right at the bottom it said something about Gaza. And many people may have missed that, and I had to search quite a bit to even find that. And we know people's attention spans are short, so they often don't even read the captions, and if they do read the captions, they will not read it all. So firstly, of course it's there, so that's positive, mentioning Gaza, but it possibly could be on the top. Possibly it could be the main image, or within the Eid picture you could include it so people are aware. But she still did that post. I'm not gonna say she didn't do anything. However, to be complaining about losing 1,000 followers when people with less followers than you have lost tens of thousands of followers, and other people have lost millions of followers because they have spoken about Palestine, and you are worried about losing 1,000 followers because you decided to show your book. And speaking about being a Muslim, we know risk, money, sustenance comes from God. So you don't need to worry about money, and people who aren't as rich as you and aren't as earning as much as you and don't have that many opportunities and aren't well known as you, they speak about it and they lose sponsorships, and now they're struggling to earn. But you have not spoken, and the reason why I wanted to say this is because the way you were saying you lost thousand followers, people have lost much more, and the way you're saying you have to work 10 times harder for things, people who support Palestinians and are vocal online, they are having to work 100,000 times more harder than you. The ones that are famous and the ones that are not famous, even more. And you are complaining about losing 1,000 followers. And I'd be interested to see if there's any references to Palestine in the book. If there's any Palestinian recipes, maybe there is. I don't know. I hope there is, but maybe if you spoke about, use your platform, just one post or even one story. To, as far as I'm aware, you haven't. Maybe if you have, then someone can correct me. Then we can say you've used your platform to speak. Hopefully, people are realizing now that there's things that matter, and you gotta speak about it, and you lose followers and you lose money and you lose everything else, but you still speak. There's still time to speak, and perhaps if you speak about Palestine, you will lose more followers. But you've got a platform, use it for positive reasons. There are plenty of people who cook, who perhaps look up to you in Palestine. you're seeing people that cook even during these difficult situations. Maybe they look up to you. Maybe you speaking about it will make them smile. Um, and now's an opportunity to reflect on what matters, because clearly you know what matters, because you've lost 1,000 followers, but you're continuing with the book because you know it doesn't matter if you lose the followers, you will still continue because you're not going to just throw away the book. It's your principles, it's what you stand for. Religion is a big part of you. Similarly, speak up for the Palestinians and give them a voice. And food is a big part of their culture, and you can combine your food and religion to speak about them. If you don't want to make a post, then make a recipe video like others have done. But speak. Until then, why should people feel sorry for you for losing 1,000 followers? Of course, there's racism and stuff like that aware about, and a lot of people face it. But over the last over a year, apart from that one post, I have not seen anything, and I'm willing to be corrected. And even that one post, it was on focusing on Eid, and I believe the last sentence or the last few sentences were Gaza was mentioned. And like I mentioned, many people don't even read captions, and if they do, many of them will not even read all of it. So if a million people saw your post, I'd say maximum 50,000 will read that part about Gaza, and that's still better than nothing. But I still say, I'll say you mentioned Gaza, but that wasn't a post on Palestine or Gaza, it was a post on Eid. There's still time to speak, and hopefully you can reflect, and people have commented on your post. Hopefully you don't just ignore it. I think you're gonna continue. You have principles, you clearly do, because you continue with the book. Show your principles and speak about people who need a voice. You don't need a voice. You in that context, you're famous enough. Give those who need a voice through your platform, which God has given you. People say, you have not thanked God until you have thanked the people. That's one thing, and you can thank Him by using what He's given you, your platform, for good causes. But also, you have not thanked God until you have thanked the people. So, the people who brought you to this position, without the people who's going to buy your book, without the people who's going to watch your TV shows or whatever else, without the people, where would you be? And ultimately, all of that is from God. So, you should be not worried about money and sponsorships and followers. There's still time to speak, and I hope you speak soon. Particularly use Ramadan as an opportunity to speak. I'm sure there'll be plenty of people raising money. You can share a link, you can create your own link, do something, and perhaps this Eid, post something on Palestine at the center. If the whole post is about Eid and Gaza is at the bottom, that pretty much, not completely, but pretty much defeats the whole purpose. Nobody's really going to see it. This has gone on longer than I wanted, but it's important, and it's a reminder to all of us to use what we have, how we can, to give voice to those who are being silenced, whether it's Palestine, whether it's Syria, Lebanon, Sudan, or elsewhere.